Hey PJs, so welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing the part 2 review of the pilot slime review. If you didn't watch the first part, I definitely recommend watching it, but like I said in the first one, I'm going to be showing the unboxing for each part just in case you want to see it again or you missed it or whatever. There will be a total of 3 parts to this review because I did purchase a total of 10 slimes, which is a lot to cover, and this was from their Black Friday restock. And like I mentioned, this is part 2 where I'll be reviewing 3 more slimes. Besides the slimes, I was also sent their business card care card thingy, some borax, and a sticker. And once again, here are all the slimes that I will be reviewing. They all come in screw top lid containers. Most of them are dome lids, some with white and some with clear, and then there's one that has a flat screw top lid, but they all have the Slime Shop logo on the top and the slime name on the side. Starting off this part 2 review, this slime is banana pudding. It is a thick and glossy chew and butter slime that is scented banana pudding, and it comes with a 1 ounce topper and banana phimos and some sand. The base for the slime is very thick and very smooth. It definitely smells like banana and probably like a banana-ish dessert because it's a bit more on the sweet side, but I also smell some sunscreen in there, so it just, I don't know, maybe like it's a coconut scent, I'm not 100%, but like banana and sunscreen, and that's honestly not really that bad of a combination, to be honest. I'm also kind of discovering something scary. I've always been a banana hater. I'm like, I hate the texture, I hate the taste and everything like that, but every time I get a slime or something like it that smells like banana and not like the artificial banana, I really don't mind this smell, and I'm like, you know what, it kind of smells good. And even as I was playing with this slime, I was starting to crave banana pudding, which I haven't had in a very long time because I don't like bananas. So I'm thinking maybe it's just the texture of bananas that I don't like. I mean, I don't like that they seem to overpower literally everything that they're in, but I don't know, maybe I'm discovering something about myself, maybe my taste buds changed, I don't know. Anyways, assembling this slime was really fun. I love the way it looks. I think it's so cute, and I love that the sand like looks like vanilla wafers that are in pudding. I can't speak ever, but that's, yeah, they look like the wafers, and I thought that was such a cute touch to it. Also, using sand as like the wafer part is like genius because like it really genuinely looks like little wafer pieces, and I love that. Mixing it really didn't do anything as far as I could tell. It didn't change the texture, which is fine. I mean, it was just 1 ounce mixed into it, and like I feel like the base was just so like loud and proud with its texture, it just didn't want to change anyways. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it just seems like such an overpowering thick texture that it really wasn't going to change much. It does have a slower stretch to it because of how thick it is, but I personally don't mind. You just have to be more patient with it. It does have a slight texture difference from the add-ins. You can feel them every once in a while as you're stretching it out and all that stuff, but other than that, it's pretty much just a thick slime, which I don't get too often, but I definitely enjoyed this one. It's very thick, and there's a bunch of bubble pops to them. Obviously the bubble pops are really thick and satisfying, and it's really just like a really fun slime to hold, and it's really not going to melt in your hands or anything like that, which I think is another plus. I also think that they nailed the concept perfectly. Like I said, it really made me crave banana pudding, which is crazy. And even the add-ins and everything just looked amazing in the slime, and like I geek out pretty much every time I talk about it. I really like when a slime truly like paints a picture of what it's supposed to be represented by, and this is definitely one of those, and I always appreciate that. So it is getting 5 out of 5 pajamas. The next slime for this review is Eucalyptus Cooling Mask. This is a jiggly K-glue jelly that is scented eucalyptus, and it comes with a charm. This slime smells exactly as described. If you just happen to not know what eucalyptus smells like, I told you I cannot speak. It has like a minty kind of smell to it. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get because I don't really know, and like I could further describe it, but you know how I describe scents, and it probably honestly gets weirder and weirder, and you're just like, I have no idea what you're talking about, because it does legitimately smell like the tattoo shop that I go to. That's kind of what their store smells like, and it also kind of smells like the balm that I use on my new tattoos. It smells good, and probably just stick with the minty part, but not like a toothpaste minty. It's more like if a cleaning product smelled minty, maybe. I don't know. It's such a hard thing to describe, and I honestly need to not rant about it because, like, who cares that much about what it smells like? But it smells good, refreshing, cooling, all that. Anyways, I love the semi-translucency to it. It really does look like a eucalyptus mask, or a mask in general, because, like, you know, it just looks good. You can see it on the screen right now. That's like perfect representation of what I'm talking about. The color is also spot on, which I love that. And another thing that I love is the charm. Just everything about this one is also coming together just like the last one, and it just makes me so excited for some reason. I just really feel complete with slimes like this. The slime is jiggly as described. It does have a slower stretch to it, which I'm perfectly fine with. You just have to be a little bit more patient with it. And what I noticed with this one, and I've noticed it every once in a while with like jelly slimes, not always, but sometimes, is like I can feel the instant snow in it. I don't know if it's like bigger instant snow pieces or something like that does that, but I actually kind of like it because it adds a little bit of texture to the slime, but like not a crunchy texture or anything. You just kind of feel it as you're stretching it and stuff. The slime does have a slippery, almost wet feeling to it. As far as I could tell, it wasn't really wet. It just kind of had like the feel to it. You know, if you touch something like really cold, or something really cold touches you and you thought it was wet, but it's actually not. Kind of like that, but obviously it's not cold, but like it just feels wet. But I don't really mind, but I gotta cover all bases. Since it is jiggly and has a thinner texture to it, it does have like water sounds to it, and just honestly unique ASMR overall, which I love. I love watery bubble pops. I love the water sounds that slimes make, so I am very satisfied with this slime. So of course it is going to get 5 out of 5 pajamas. And last for this part 2 review is Siren Scales. This is a sequin crunch bomb slime that is scented passion fruit, and it comes with a mermaid charm. And as with most crunch bombs or like crunchy slimes that I get, I do separate the base so you guys can hear the ASMR, so that will be like in the middle instead of at the end like I normally do. But I do want to say that the base is absolutely stunning. I love how it looks. It reminds me of mermaid scales even without like the sequins and stuff. It's just so pretty, and I love the colors. I think that the ASMR from these types of crunch bombs has to be one of my absolute favorites. I think that they sound so good, and if you've never tried one of these, the feeling of like squishing it and stuff is, at least for me, probably as satisfying as hearing it, because like all the different things moving around in the slime and stuff just feels really cool. This slime smells like pixie sticks or Smarties, and not like the chocolate Smarties. I'm talking about like the candied powdered ones that you can find like in the US and stuff. And pixie sticks, pretty much the same thing. It's like a powdered candy, so it smells really sweet and candy-like. Like I already mentioned, the base looks absolutely stunning, and when it's mixed with the sequins, it creates like an ethereal effect and definitely reminds me of a mermaid. I think that once again they nailed it really well, and I absolutely love the way it looks. It's also not super tough on the hands. I always try to explain how it feels just in case somebody wants to try a crunchy slime but they have more sensitive hands. This one isn't too terrible. I would just say be a little bit cautious if you're going to take some of the base off, because that does help with like how it feels, you know, because it kind of cushions it a little bit. So if you take that out, it'll be a bit more crunchy, but it shouldn't be too bad. Just don't like roughhouse it, and it shouldn't poke you. The only thing that I can really touch on is that it does have some slight amounts of residue and some tackiness, but for a lot of slimes that have a bunch of add-ins like this and clear base slimes, that is very common and most of the time necessary. So it's fine. I just wanted to mention it. So I am going to give this one 5 out of 5 pajamas. And with that, that is the end of this part 2 review, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it this far, comment down below what your favorite part about a slime is. Is it the scent, the texture, just the overall vibes about it? What part are you really looking for? And now I am signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one.